Do you have trauma? Do you know if you have trauma? Some people say, oh, I didn't have any trauma. Trauma is not something that you will be aware of with your conscious mind. Trauma are feelings that were created and experienced before you had words and the mind to articulate and explain it to yourself, to rationalize it. Trauma is all feeling based. So let me see. Let's see if you have trauma. Have you ever been ridiculed in your life? Have you ever been ridiculed growing up? Have you ever been bullied? As a baby, you may not remember it, but as a baby, have you cried in your crib? Cried and cried and cried, and your parents, your mama, your daddy, did not come to comfort you. That is trauma. And because a baby, a little child, doesn't have the mind, doesn't have the words to articulate and understand that type of trauma, the trauma becomes internalized as a feeling. And we have a lot of those unidentified feelings in our soul space, in the subconscious realm, in the subconscious mind. And everything that we do in our waking day is a trauma response. It's based on that foundation in the subconscious mind. For instance, if I were to ask you to self-love, would you even know how to do that? Probably not. How do I self-love? Before you can effectively self-love, you have to understand this trauma. You have to understand these feelings that you can't give definition to or words to. That's why it's said that you must feel in order to heal. You must feel your feelings, become aware of your feelings. And when it's negative feelings, like shame, self-shame, guilt, self-doubt, do not suppress those feelings. Acknowledge those feelings. Acknowledge the feelings. Tell yourself, it is safe for you to come out. It is safe for you to be seen. It is safe for you to express your insecurities and fears. I will give you that safe space, the I being you. You have to be the advocate for your inner child, right? So first of all, you have to give yourself permission to feel. Then you have to give yourself permission to express those feelings. It could be rage, it could be anger, it could be crying. You need to do a lot of crying to release. All really with an understanding that your inner child is innocent and that you're not to blame for anything that was happening to you, anything that happened to you, right? You came into this world a helpless baby, and things happened to you that were out of your control. You cried, you were hungry, you were feeling pain, and you got ignored. That's the trauma wound of abandonment. You felt abandoned before you understood it. So the feelings is where your healing is. why it is important to feel the pain of rejection, to feel this pain of abandonment. But now that you have a brain, now that you have a fully developed mind, you have rational capacity. And in giving yourself compassion and empathy, you can take your inner child by the hand and give it everything that it wasn't given in childhood. You give it everything that was neglected. And that is how you heal yourself. And that is essentially self-love. You treat yourself with gentle care, love, understanding, compassion, and empathy. And as you do this for yourself, you will notice that you have all of that for the people around you, right? Because what you do for self, you do to others. And what you do to others, you do for self. And that is how self-love is expressed. The gentle acceptance of all your feelings and acknowledging them, validating them, right? Because when you validate them, your nervous system can relax and say, you're not being judged for this. You're not a bad person. You did not deserve all of this pain. You were a victim to circumstances outside of your control. But that does not make you evil. That does not make you worthless. That does not make you unworthy or undeserving of good things in life. You are deserving of love. And although you might not get it from the world outside of you, you have a storehouse of love that you can bestow upon yourself. And you can heal yourself. You can make yourself whole through forgiveness, self-forgiveness, self-release. Release yourself from your self-judgment and instead offer yourself self-love. I hope this helps. I send much love to you from my heart to yours. I know you can do this, and I believe in you.